So we are now going to start our Google Apps training. So the first one that we are going to have is called Chrome. So I know that you know how to use Chrome, and maybe the one that you're using right now is Chrome browser. So this is a cross-platform web browser developed by Google. So even if you are not using PC platform, maybe you have Mac uh, devices, you can also use Chrome there. So this is a cross-platform web browser. And this is part of the tools that you will be using in case you would like to take the exam. Now, it's easy for us to say that for Google certification level 1, we just have to know the basic skills. But sometimes we find it hard to know what are those basic skills. We struggle to identify what we really mean um, by um, basic skills. That's why in my presentation, what I'm going to do is I will list down the basic skills that will really be needed in the certification exam. We should know how to sign in. We should also know what is Omnibox to search and to bookmark. Also, we should know what is Chrome um, extension. Okay, so there. So we are going to make use of Chrome Web Store and then Incognito Window. So those are the basic information that we need to know as a beginner or as a teacher would like to get GEC level 1. So let's begin with sign in. I am guessing that all of you have signed in your Chrome because you are making use of your Google Meet right now. So we also have to remember that once you log into any of the Google services, let's say you log in for your Gmail, so uh, you will be able to log in, or your login credential will also enable you to open all the the applications of Google. So even in short, even if you just open Gmail, it automatically opens all the other applications of Google. That's why you will not be required to sign in again if you are trying to open, let's say, Google Docs, Google Sheets, and other Google products. So it is what we call as unified login system. Moving on, if you are logged into your Chrome, it will allow you to sync your browsing history. So that means you have an option to synchronize what you are using or what you have been accessing on your Chrome browser on your laptop, so that it can be accessed to your, let's say, mobile phones. There. So aside from the browsing history, it will also sync your bookmarks, passwords, apps, and extensions. So where do you usually see that option to sync? You just have to go to the upper right side. As you can see here, there is a profile picture. When you click that, you will see turn on sync. So that means when you sync this, all of these things will be accessible in other devices, in your other devices. You know, when I took the examination, I really don't have an idea of what is Omnibox. So I just learned during the exam that when we say Omnibox, it's basically the URL or the address bar of the Chrome browser. So where can we find the address bar? As you can see on my file, I have here the uh, picture, which an arrow is pointing to the so-called Omnibox. So this URL or the field where you put your address or the address of the website you want to go to is what we call as Omnibox. So to define it properly, it's just basically similar to the traditional web browser address bar. So it's an address bar. So looking at my screen, this is the Omnibox. Okay. You can use that to search, to compute, to open Google Apps, to define, and convert. So we'll proceed to the sample of the use of Omnibox. So aside from definition, we can also make use of it to compute. So let's say you can just simply type in 1 plus 2. Then the computation is already there, or the result is already there. So you can have other uses of the Omnibox aside from those two that I mentioned. You also have others. Now we'll proceed to the next part, which is the search bar. So you might notice that these are just some of the truly these are just the basic. Okay, and if you have an idea about this, therefore I am thinking that you're going to ace the examination if you plan to do so. So the search bar is just basically the search bar that you see when you type in google.com, the one in the page. Okay, so it allows us to search the internet for what we want to find. So let me go to google.com. So for example, I'll type in google.com. So this is the search bar that I am referring to. So let me type in something that I would like to search. So uh, let's say August uh, holidays. Let's say I would like to look for information about August holidays. So there I was able to search. And let's say I wish to just find pictures. So I can simply click the images here. So right now, what I only see are the images um, that have that are referring to August holidays. Okay. In the examination, you might be required to look for pictures that um, have Creative Commons licenses. So if that will be asked from you, then you have to make sure that you filter the results page of Google. So how do we find the Creative Commons licenses? We just go to the tools button here. So I hope everyone can see this. So tools, and then at the bottom you will see usage rights. So you have also other filters, but if you really want to just look for Creative Commons licenses, these are the things that we can use for free, and some of them with or are just requiring attribution. So we can simply click the drop down arrow and find Creative Commons licenses. So I would like you to observe what will happen after I click the Creative Commons licenses. So as you can see, the results have changed. Meaning to say what we see right now are only those with Creative Commons license. So we can copy this and put this in our material, um, and we are not going to have much problem in the copyright issues. So there. So that's how we look for Creative Commons licenses. We'll proceed to how we can add bookmark. So we have to remember that when we say a bookmark, it is a saved shortcut that directs to a specific web page. So it's as if we are marking it as our favorites. Okay. So how do we do that in browser, specifically in Chrome? Um, in the picture, you can see that there's a star at the right side of the URL box or the Omnibox. So you just have to hit that or press that. So how do we do that? Let's say I would like to go to the website of our school, which is, let's say, path.edu.ph. There. So to bookmark, on the right side of the Omnibox, you will see the star icon. So that is uh, for you to mark it as your favorite or your one of your bookmark pages. So I'll click that, and I can just simply click add bookmark. So I'll click that, and notice that when I click the done button, it will be included. Oh, I think I already put that somewhere. So let me just do it one more time, because I placed that in one of my folders, which is import resources. So let me change that to my bookmarks bar. So as you can see, it's now placed in my bookmarks bar. So in short, when you are creating bookmarks, you can put your favorite bookmarks or favorite websites to folders. Okay. So as you can see here on my browser, I have a lot of folders created already. So that means I can group my bookmarked pages and then put it in a folder. So for example, these are my um, subjects with Google Classrooms this semester. So I can easily go there if I need to, okay, because they are already bookmarked and I place them in a folder. So the question, maybe you have a question, which is how to put them in a folder. So what you can do is you can create a folder by going to the bookmarks bar. So this is the bookmarks bar. Right click and you will see their add folder. So I'll click the add folder and then here you will be able to write the folder's name. And then let's say for example, I already created the folder which is 1SA12122 and then I would like to put this to that folder. If it's already created, you can just drag and drop that. You will be able to see there the bookmark website. Or you can also drag it from the folder going to your bookmark bar. Again, this is the bookmark bar. So if you will be required in the exam to add a bookmark, that's how you do it. Okay. So in the exam, it's important that you know how to install. Okay, so but if you will not take the exam, this will still be helpful because you will be able to look for additional features of Chrome of your favorite Google applications from the Chrome Web Store. And most of them are for free. Okay, so to go there, let's open another tab. And then let's say I am ready to open the Chrome Web Store. So you can just type in the Omnibox Chrome Web Store. After typing the Chrome Web Store, you hit enter and you will be able to see the very first item in the results page, which is the Chrome Web Store. Okay, so you click that and you will be directed to the Chrome Web Store. So right now, what you can see is my Chrome Web Store, which is, let me go to the home there. So this is actually the one that you're supposed to see. This is the Chrome Web Store home page. Okay. So on the right side, you will see the search the store uh, uh, text field where you're going to put your keywords. So let's say I would like to find um, uh, let's say momentum. So momentum is one um, of the keyboard, sorry, Chrome extensions that we can add to our Chrome browser, of course. I'll hit enter, but in the exam, it will actually give you specific name of the extension that you need to find and install. Okay. So if you have heard Chrome extension from your friends and you would like to also have the same extension on your computer, specifically on your browser, then this is the way how to do it. Okay, so you just have to know what's the name of the extension. You hit enter. And for example, this is the extension that I can use. On the right side, you will see the add to Chrome button. You click that, and then it will be installed after you click the add extension. So it's checking, and you will notice at the bottom also that it's being installed. So there. So let's just wait for a moment for it to be successfully installed on the Chrome browser. There. So right now I was able to add a Chrome extension, which is called Momentum. Chrome Web Store is the one that we go to if we want to install additional feature to our Chrome uh, Chrome browser. Okay. So it can also be used in order for us to improve the functions of Google applications like in Google Docs, Google Sheets, and other Google apps. So again, you just type in Chrome Web Store in the Omnibox, and the first that appears, you click that, and you will be in the Chrome Web Store. Okay. So why not I redo it again? So or redo it. So again, Chrome Web Store, type in the Omnibox, and then the first you can use that, or the next one if right now it has an ad, so this is the first one that we see, but you can also make use of the other one which is telling us that this is the Google Chrome Web Store. So click that, and then on the left side, that's where you're going to type in your Chrome extensions. Next, we'll proceed to I think this is the last skill that we need to know for Chrome. So this is knowing how to open Incognito Window. It is very essential to know how to use the Incognito Window because in the examination, if you plan to take it, um, the the interface that they are going to require from you is to make use of Incognito Window. So that's where you're going to open Google applications and put in your credentials. So how do we go to Incognito Window? You simply click this three dot icon at the upper right side of the screen, and then there you will see New Incognito Window. So click that, and this um, interface will appear, or this window will appear. This is where you're going to type in, let's say, google.com for you to log in. I know some of you have heard Incognito Window before, so this is the place where we go to if we don't want our browsing history be recorded. So there. So uh, you sign in using the Incognito Window, type in the credential that will be given to you by Google. I know that uh, the majority of the participants are joining us today because they would like to take the GEC Level 1. However, there might also be some who do not have a plan to take it, but they just want to learn the Google applications. So here, I just wanted to know that when you register to take GEC Level 1, you will be given credentials. So the username and the password will be given. Those are the things that you're going to type in here. It's as if you will be given a fake or dummy account, okay? And that account will solely be used for the examination. So you just simply type in here the name or the email address and then the password and make use of the Google Apps of that credential. So again, this is the incognito window. So the challenge is very simple. You click this to review about Omnibox, bookmark folder, and search bar functions. And then here are the things that you're going to do. So you can do this later after we end the training this afternoon. So first is to use the Omnibox to find an article about Christmas Day. Bookmark it into a new folder titled Classroom Materials, and then find an image about Christmas Day that has the Creative Commons license. So I demonstrated earlier how we can find pictures with Creative Commons license. So I hope you will be able to demonstrate all those skills in this challenge. Now, how will I be able to check your work? You can screenshot your output. So you can have multiple screenshots and then email that as your evidences to victorrepatacodo@gmail.com. So I will be able to check that later. Anyway, we are only very few this afternoon. Um, so I will be able to check all your works. Okay. You email that to this email address. Make sure that the subject line is Chrome. Okay. So there. So that's for the challenge. So make use of what you learned and then put that into this application. Send your evidences to my email address, which is victorrepatacodo@gmail.com. The subject line is Chrome. There. So this is not mandatory, but I highly suggest that you practice, and I am willing to check your work also. So there. So next, we are going to let's just first have a 1 minute brain break, okay, before we proceed to the next application. Okay, so I hope you're still with me. I see here a question from Miss Arienda. Do we have deadline for the output? Very good question. For the output, you can send that later so I can check it also tonight before we proceed to our next training tomorrow. I think I can give extension. Our training is at 2 to 4 p.m. So you can submit it until tomorrow. Would that be okay, Miss Arienda? Tomorrow before our training. So around 12 p.m. So the deadline is 12 p.m. tomorrow.
Right. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. It's
You're
okay.
welcome. Thank you. We'll now proceed to the next, which is about Google Drive. So these are the basic skills that we need to know for Google Drive. So you see, in every start of the application that we will talk about, you will find a menu similar to this, and I would like you to refer to them every time you encounter a problem regarding the basic skills of these applications. So the first one is how to launch. So it's important that you know how to open the application that you are required to open. Okay. Next is how to create folder, create file using the Google Drive. How to organize it, how to upload the file in your Google Drive, how to convert, and how to share. So if you know all of these, then I am 100% sure that you will be able to get good score for the challenge in the examination uh, once you are ready to take it. Okay, so we'll proceed to the launch. So in launching the Google Drive, you can make use of the Google Apps Launcher. So you can find it at the upper right side of your screen of your browser. I mean of the Google web page. So where is that specifically? So let me open a new tab and I'll type in google.com. And then at the upper right side, you will see this 9 dots. That's actually what we mean by Google Apps Launcher. So you click that and you will find there the different Google applications. So for the Drive, you click this one because that will open the Google Drive. So the icon is like the triangle symbol. So moving on, there are instances that the icons do not appear in the Google Apps Launcher. So I don't want you to just rely in the Google Apps Launcher. You can also go to your Omnibox and type in the name of the application. So specifically for Google Drive, it is drive.google.com. So this is where you're going to put the URL or the address, which is drive.google.com. So again, if it doesn't appear in the Google Apps Launcher, you have to know other ways on how to open that. So specifically for Drive, it's drive.google.com. You also have to remember that whatever the name of the application, you just simply add .google.com, you will be able to open that application. So if your guess is to put docs.google.com, if you want to open Google Docs, then you are correct. Okay. So for Drive, it's drive.google.com. So next, how do we create? So in the material that I actually shared with you, you will also see their demonstration of the skill. For example, in creating a folder or creating a Google file, you just simply, as you saw on the demo here, you click the new button and then you will see the different options. So there, as the instruction says, you create folder or Google file using the new button. So for example here, if you would like to have an actual example, on the right side, you see the new button and you will find there the different options, which are creating folder, uploading a file, uploading a folder, and creating a brand new Google file like Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, and Google Forms, and other Google applications. So there. So that's how we create folder and files in Google Drive. You might want to try that in your Google Drive later. There. So moving on, how do we organize? So let's say, for example, we have a file in which that file needs to be moved to another folder. So you have to make use of the Move To feature of Google Drive. So in the examination, I think there's also a question regarding this. So you really have to practice this also um, in your own Google Drive. So let me demonstrate how we can move a file from one folder to another. So let's say, for example, this is the uh, this is my personal Google Drive, and I have a file here which is about 4 ways Jamboard rescued my online classes. For example, there, I just have to right click that, and then you will find the Move To option. So you click Move To, and then you will see this small box or small window where you will be able to find folders in which you will place the file. So let's say I would like to put it in my personal file. So you click the personal files, and then you click the move button. So that's how we move file from one place to another in Google Drive. So you can also drag and drop. So for example, this one, you can just drag and drop that somewhere here in any of the folders. So that's also another option. Again, I demonstrated drag and drop and making use of the move to feature of Google Drive. Are we clear so far?
Yes po.
Okay, thank you. So we'll now proceed to the next, which is uploading a file. When we upload a file, it's simple. You can make use again of the new button. So new and then file upload. So you just simply click that, and then you put or you select the file from there. Or you can also make use of the drag and drop. So let's say I will restore this window, or I'll put it in the restore mode, okay, so that we'll be able to see what's on my desktop. So let's say this too, I would like to put it in my Google Drive. So instead of making use of the new button, you can also use drag and drop ability. Okay, so you highlight the things that you would like to upload, and then drag it to your Google Drive. And then you drop it. As you can see, it will upload the files or the folders that I selected earlier. So that is how we do the drag and drop method for uploading a file. So there. Next, we'll proceed to the conversion. So there are instances that you created, let's say, um, a file in Microsoft Word, or you have Notepad file, and then you upload that in your Google Drive, and then you have to open it, let's say, in Google Docs. So the question is, how are we going to convert that? So to convert, let's say this one, let me find a file that is not that is not created in Google application. So this is a text file. So that means I created this in my notepad. And let's say I would like to make sure that this opens in Google Docs. So the question is, how do we convert? So to convert, right click and then open with. So you will find there the suggested applications, which is for this one, it's Google Docs. So you just have to click the Google Docs for it to be converted. So after clicking that, it will open a new tab for you to be able to open it in Google Docs, just like what we have right now. So as you can see, I was able to successfully convert the text file to a Google Docs. Okay, so again, it's simple. Right click and then select open with. Now moving on to the next, which is how to share. So sharing a file is, I think, the most commonly asked questions or question in the examination. So you will be given several tasks in which you are required to share a file or share a folder. So let's demonstrate how we do that. So let's say, for example, this folder, which is Pat's archived files, let's say I need to share that to people. Okay. To do that, we always remember that there's a right click on your mouse to show more options. So right click, and then there you will be able to see a lot of options. So the one that we need here is the share option, which is this one. So I'll click share, and then this pop-up will appear. Here you will be able to type in the specific email address to which you're going to share the file. So let's say I'm going to share this to a friend of mine, which is or which has this email address there. And then on the right side, after I type in the name and then hit enter, on the right side, you will be able to see several options, which are viewer, commenter, and editor. So if I would like that person to just read the content of the file or of the folder, uh, but this works better for the file. Let's say I just want him to view it, then we select view. If I would like him to give comments, therefore, we have to select commenter. And if I would like him to be able to make some changes on the folder or the files in that folder, so I have to make him as an editor. So let's say I would like to make him as an editor, so I'll leave that as is. I can also notify him so that an email will be sent after I press the send button. And I will also be able to type here a message that I would like him to know why, let's say, I shared this file. So I'll click the send button. You just have to wait for a few moments. And then, as we can see, there's a notification that the person has been added. Again, how to share, right click and then click the share button. And then you can type in the specific email address here, or at the bottom, if you just want to share the folder or the file to uh, a group of people or in your organization, let's say, you can just click the change to anyone with a link here at the bottom. So this is the get link area. And then you can find here restricted and anyone with a link. So if your school is registered to Google, you will also find there the name of your organization. So right now I'm using my personal account. So I'll just simply select anyone with a link. And then on the right side, I can choose either viewer, commenter, or editor. So let's say I want other people to just have a viewer access. I don't want them to edit the things that I will be sharing. So viewer, copy the link, and then I'll press the done button. So if you are ready to share it with others, remember that I copied the link earlier. You just have to send it through email, let's say email, or you can also have it in your chat room or Facebook Messenger if you are using that. So you copy the link and share it with others. Are we clear with sharing the file?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Let's now continue. This is the challenge for our Google Drive. Okay. So you see, those are just some of the basic skills really that you need for you to pass the GEC level 1. So to practice the skills that you learn, I would like you to do this activity. So first, you create a drive folder titled My School Files. Next, you add a subfolder titled Grade Sheets, and then share the subfolder with a colleague with edit rights to the folder. So it's up to you, who do you want to share the folder with. So that's it. You don't have to put any files there as of now. You just have to make sure that you know how to create a folder, create a subfolder, and know how to share it with other people. So once you are ready with your evidence, I would like you to take a screenshot of that. So other participants, when I hold this kind of event, they take a picture and then send it in their, send it to the email address you see. So you can also do the same. Or if you want, if you are a computer savvy, you can just press the print screen on your keyboard and then paste it, let's say, on the email itself. Okay, so there. And then the email subject line, you have to use Tribe. So I will be able to find easily what are the works regarding Tribe that have been submitted. Are we clear?
Yes,
Clear?
sir.
Okay, thank you. Next, Before we proceed to the next application, let's have another brain break for 1 minute. And during this time, you can go to, let's say, go ahead and get a water bottle or a glass of water. So there, I will also do the same. So 1 minute will be given to you for our brain break. Okay, so there's a question here from Miss Charis Cabiros. May recordings po ba na pwede i-review after session ngayon? Yes. If you notice, I am recording the meeting today. So I am going to give you a link where you can, I mean the link of the recording, and then you can just use that as a review material, I guess, for you to be more prepared in your examination. Yes, in short, yes, there is a recording for this. Okay, so Miss Cabiros is coming from Puerto Princesa City. Okay. Yes, ma'am, you can watch this later. This is a Google Meet recording. Okay. Okay, so there, we can now proceed to the next part. So this is the third application that we're going to review because to some, maybe you have used this before because it is needed in your work. But these are, I think, the skills that you really need in order for you to ace the exam. So that is how to launch, uh, to identify the content of the menu of your Gmail, how to put a star in an email, how to change the layout of your email, specifically the Gmail layout, and then how to put labels and how to search an email from your Gmail, and also how to filter. So these are the things that we are going to talk about this after. So moving on. Okay, so the first thing that we have to know is how to launch the Gmail. So again, the first method, you can always use the Google Apps Launcher. And the Google Apps Launcher can be found at the upper right side of your screen. You will see there the 9 dots and then find the Gmail icon there. Or if it doesn't appear there, you can just simply go to your Omnibox and type in gmail.com. So like this one. Let's say I will open my Gmail. So let me open that gmail.com and I will be able to see the email that I have in my personal account. So there. I can see that there are already participants who submitted their files. Very good. Um, Moving on. So that's how we launch Gmail. The next part is to know what are the items that we see on the menu of Gmail. So this is the one I'm referring to. On the left side, you will be able to see there your menu. Okay, so when you click this main menu icon, it will be like minimized. And when you click that again, you will be able to see this clearly on the left. So these are the different places. You have the inbox, starred, snooze, important, and others. And as you can see, I have here a lot of labels already. I will teach you later how to create your labels. And you will also find here integrated on your Gmail or the chat, uh, rooms, and then the Google Meet. So you can initiate your Google Meet meeting using your Gmail. Okay. You can also have Google Chat here. If you are ready to start a chat, you just press this plus icon. So that's the menu that we can find on the left side of your Gmail screen. Next, the next part is how to start an email. So let's say, for example, here I have Miss Palanes email. I would like to put a star to her email because let's say her email are always important to me. Okay, so I'll just simply click the star icon here, and it will automatically be starred there. So it's already highlighted with color yellow. Okay, on the left side you will see starred. So whatever email that you star on your Gmail, you will be able to see that in the starred location. So right now I have Zareen Balane. So when I click the starred item here, you will be able to see that her email is one of the contents of the starred location. So there, that's how simple we put a star. Just simply click it and that's it. How to remove a star? Just click it, and then the expectation is whatever you starred will be unstarred. There. So we'll proceed to the next, which is to know how to change the appearance of your star and to know how to add other icons that will serve as representation of your starred email. How do we do that? Please listen carefully because this might appear in your exam too. On the right side, you will see this cog icon or the settings icon. Others call this as gear icon. So you simply click that, and then you will be able to see all settings. So I'll press the see all settings, and I will be directed to a place that we don't normally go to. Okay. But this is important because there might be a question in your exam in which you will be required to change some of the features through the settings. So this is the place you have to go to. So let's say the question is for you, or the task is for you to change the appearance of the star. So right now I have these stars representing my starred emails. So you will be able to see the label stars. And to change, it's simple. You just have to click and drag it to the in use label. So you see, drag and drop is a very important skill also in taking the examination of Google. So let's say I would like to remove the orange. So from in use, I will drag it to not in use. There. The red one that I added earlier, let's say I would like to remove that. So I'll click and drag that at the not in use label. So there, I was able to just have one star to use for my emails. Let's say I would like to change or to add also another icon, which is this one, which is like a yellow warning, a warning symbol. Let's say there, I would like to click. I will just simply click and drag that to the in use portion. There, I already have one star icon and then another icon which is called as yellow bag. So for your emails that are so important. There. After that, you scroll down or you move to the last portion of the screen and then click the save changes. And going back to our email, when notice that when I click this star, um, I will be able to see the things that I included in the in-use. So I'll double click one, two. So the other one, the other icon appears now. So if I would like to remove it, I'll just simply click that again. If I would like to put just the star, I'll click that and the star will appear. If I click that again, it took me a while before I click that again. That's why it removed the star. But if you're going to quickly click that, it will give you the other options, which serves as your other options for your stars. Are we clear with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll proceed to the next. which is how to change the layout of your Gmail. So on the right side, you will see there also the settings symbol. And then um, immediately after the see all settings button, you will see a lot of options. And those options are for the layout of your Gmail. So it's important that you know the default. You can also select other options here, which are comfortable and then compact. So it's real time. As you can see, there's a change on the left side, but I prefer default. And then you can also change the theme. And then at the bottom, you will be able to see the inbox type. Default, it is the one that I am using right now. If you would like to see the important first, or that, or this will show the emails that have important uh, icon like this one, or uh, selected with important symbol. Okay. So you can choose the important first, or you can also view first the unread messages there. And then you can also view first the starred emails. So you can select that. As you can see on the left side, I have already the starred email showing. So the priority inbox, this is something that you can customize. You have an option if you would like to see the important and unread first by clicking the customize link here. So when you click the customize link, you will be able to change what comes first, if it's important and unread, or you can also choose here, let's say start, and then everything else. Then just like what we did earlier, we have to save changes, and then going back on the home page, you will see that this is the one that comes first, followed by unread, followed by start, and followed by everything else. That is if this is the one required to appear on your Gmail when you take the exam. But if it's not required, don't do it anymore. I just demonstrated it so that you will know where to go to. For now, I will go back to the default because that's what I prefer. You can also create your own inboxes using the multiple inboxes option. You click the customize and explore it there. So that's somehow advanced. Uh, so we are not going to demonstrate that anymore. We also have the reading pane here. No split is the one that I am using right now. When you click the right of inbox, you will be able to see the preview on the right side of the email. So for example, this, you see here the preview of the email that was sent by Miss Donna earlier. Below inbox from the name itself, the content will appear at the bottom. So there. So again, those are the things that you can select for you to see or change the appearance of your Gmail. So let me just bring it back to the original because that's what I prefer. So where do you go to in order for you to change the settings? Just simply go to the settings symbol at the upper right side, and you will see there the customization options. And for more settings, you click the see all settings. To create a label, it's very simple. We can follow this simple instruction, which is to select the email first that you would like to put a label to. Next is to click label icon. And then the third one is to select or create labels. Okay. Let me demonstrate that. So we'll go to the gmail.com again. So I think I already have it here. There. So as mentioned earlier, we have to select the email first, the one that you would like to put in a label. So for example, this one, this email. So I'll select that, and at the upper right side, at the upper portion, you will be able to see these options. Okay, they only appear when you select an email. So I'll click that, and then as you can see on the right side, we have labels. So click, and then you can find it. You can find the different labels there. And then if the label is not yet there, if you would like to create a new one, you will also see an option which is to create a new label. So let's say I'll create a new one, which is about GEC training. Okay? So meaning to say all the emails um, that I selected, right now I only selected one. It will go to this particular label. No, no, it will be tagged with GEC trading. Okay, um, it's not moving to that particular area. We are just putting a tag. Okay, because label we can just think of it as a tag. We can put many tags or many labels to one email. So let's say that is an email from your boss. So we can have a lot of tags that can associate to that email there. So right now I am actually creating a new label, which is GEC Trading. I will click the create button. And as you can see here, I have now the label GEC Trading. I can also move this to other labels. So we can think also labels as folders. It's just that the difference is um, you can put the email to many labels, and when you delete the label, the email remains or the email is not deleted. Okay, so there. What else? As long as you can associate label to tags, then we don't have any problem. So that's GEC training. Um, on the left side, you will be able to see the created label. So as you can see here, GEC training. And the only one that appears here is the email of Donna Res Muriel, because she's the only one, or she has the email that I placed a label, which is GEC training. So if I happen to put a label also for this, it will also be seen in the GEC training. So I'll do that. I'll click the I'll click the checkbox, and then as you can see here, it's selected. And then I am going to put a label. Earlier, I already created GEC training, so I'll just simply select that, and automatically it is now tagged as a GEC training email. Are we clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, moving on. The next part is another option for you to create a label. So earlier, if you already have the email, you can just select it and put a label. But let's say you don't have the emails yet, you can create the label right away. Okay, or you can create the label first and just put the emails later on. So how do we do that? Here's the slide where you can find the instruction, but I will also demonstrate it. Let's say this is now my email, or my Gmail. I'll go to the left side, which is the menu, and then here at the bottom you will see more. You click that, and you will see create new label. So you just simply select that and then type in the new label there. So let's say GEC Training Batch 2. Create. The label can now be found at the left side also. So it's this one. So if I would like to change its color, you can also do that by clicking the three dot icon and then label color. Let's say I would like to choose color blue. Oh, no, no, no. Let's have violet there. So as you can see, it's now with different color already. So that's how we create label. Moving on, I have a demo of that here. If you would like to, you can just click that and then you will go to that particular place. Next, how to search. So very simple to search. At the top, you will see the search bar. You can click that and search for the email. So let's say I would like to search for emails coming from, let me get the email address of this participant. So I will just put the email address here and then hit enter. So all the emails coming from that person will appear on the results page. You can also put there some words if you like, so that you will be able to see the emails with those words. Okay. So moving on, okay, here. Next, you also have the filter icon. So this is the last skill that we need for Gmail. So click the filter icon, and here you will be able to specify the details of the email that you would like to filter. So let's say I would like to filter the email coming from this email address. You can also have two subject has the words. If you like to fill that out, that's fine. But for me, for my demo, let's just have this email address. And then at the bottom, you will see create filter. So you click create filter, and then this criteria will appear. So you have skip the inbox, mark as read, star it, apply the label, forward it, and so on. So what if I would like to filter the email coming from muriel.donares@gmail.com and apply the label GEC training, then every time she sends an email, it will automatically go to the GEC training label, or it will automatically have that label. So since she already sent me an email before, so I can also see at the bottom, apply filter to 3 matching conversations. So I'll select that. And then at the bottom, you see create filter button. So click create filter button. And as you can see, those emails are already in that particular label. So when I click the GEC training, um, all of the emails sent by Donna Resmoriel now have the G or can now be found under the GEC training label. Okay. So there, like these 4 emails you sent previously. Again, if she's going to send an email, since I already filtered it, it will automatically have GEC training label. So as you can see here in my inbox, this is GEC training. This is also GEC training email, GEC training email, because all of those emails came from Donna Resmaria. So that's how we create filter. Again, how do we create filter? We just simply click this filter icon and type in the details there and click the create filter button where you will be able to find the different options. Are we clear with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I hope everyone can follow. I will now proceed to the next part, and the next part is the challenge part. So um, maybe some of you were not able to follow because I understand that creating filter might take some time for you to master. So you can go back to the material that I just shared with you earlier. So here you have the different screenshots, and then some of them are actually moving. So you can make use of that, and you can also make use of this demo that I created for you to know how to manage your labels and filters because they will be needed in our challenge and also in your examination. So the first um, instruction here is to use the search bar in Gmail to find emails from someone important to you. So it's up to you uh, what email address are you going to use. Add a star to those emails. And then for number 2 instruction, you create a label titled colleague. Create a filter that automatically adds a star and put the created label to emails from that person. Okay. So take note of these instructions. Don't forget to watch if you need a review. And then take a screenshot of your output. Send the email as your evidences to victorpatacodo@gmail.com. And then the subject line is Gmail. Are we clear?
Yes, sir. Very clear po. Sir, pwede pong late pagpasa.
I'm sorry.
Baka po makapagpasa mga late na po.
Sure, no problem. Again, you can submit the challenge even if it's already after our training. So the good thing if you submit it on time, which is by 12 p.m. tomorrow, is I will also be able to check and give some comments if I need to, okay, or if there is a need. So that ends the 3 applications that you need for the GEC Level 1. Again, they are Chrome, uh, Drive, and then Gmail. So what is the next topic that we are going to discuss? So what are the different tools that we are going to discuss next? They are calendar, docs, and slides. So I think some of you are already familiar with docs and slides because you've been using them already, and some of you might be new in calendar. So um, there. So that's our next topic. If you have any question or next topics, if you have any question, you can also use this place where you can just simply click and then you will be directed to a form where you can type in your question. If there's a need for a screenshot, you can also add a screenshot. So if let's say today you don't have questions yet, maybe tonight you will have question. So you can make use of this way for me to for you to send your question and for me to be able to answer it before or tomorrow during the contemplation. So we are done with the first three. Yes, you can. Yes, I can give you the copy. Um, I think I sent that earlier. The link is this one. Okay, so that's the link for our first material or for the first three topics. We are now going to proceed to the next three topics. So we are until 4 p.m. this afternoon or for this meeting. I am very thankful that you are joining me today. Right now, I see that we have 8 participants. So I am going to share with you now the second material for this afternoon, and this will be the last topics that we're going to discuss today. And then tomorrow we'll have the remaining six, and then the tips and how to register in GEC level 1 if you plan. So that's the link that we are going to use. I would like everyone to access it first. I will do the same. I would like you to press the raise hand button that you can see on your Google Meet if you are done accessing it. Please press the raise hand button once you're done. How about the others? Are you done accessing the file? Okay, so I'm not sure why others are not pressing the raise hand button, but I hope that you are really
Mabagal lang,
accessing the
sir.
file
Sorry.
because I understand, ma'am. Because that the materials for me they are very important. Uh, the demonstrations can be found there also. Let's say you aren't able to follow during our meeting today. The challenges instructions are also present there. Okay. Now that you are done opening the file, you may now lower your hand if that is still raised. So we'll proceed to the next part, which is called calendar. So again, I am your presenter today uh, for the remaining tools that we're going to talk about. So calendar is basically an application that will help you keep track of your events and share to others. So you can create events, you can create tasks, you can create even a brand new calendar in the calendar application. So there are actually 5 skills. The more here, this is for people who have Google subscription. Okay, so I think we can just skip it. But if you need a reference for that, you can also refer to the material I'm using right now. So we have the launch. You have to know how to launch it. You also have to know how to create a calendar, how to share your calendar, how to create an event, and how to create a task. May I know anyone from you here in the meeting who have created events before? Have you created events in Google Calendar?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. How about the others? I think the others haven't created that yet. No problem, Ms. Arienda. Okay. So moving on to our next application, which is calendar, and I'm glad that we have participants who have created events and tasks before in the calendar. I hope I will still be able to give you some inputs here. Uh, but I will still continue with the skills that I prepared here. So the first one is how to launch. So to launch, you can make use of the Google Apps Launcher. If it doesn't appear, you look for you use the manual, which is to go to calendar.google.com. So right now, as you can see, I have here a screenshot of the Omnibox where I type in the calendar.google.com. So that's how we do it. So for me to demonstrate, you, I'll open a new tab and then type in calendar.google.com. There you go. This is my personal calendar or Google Calendar. So this is what I'm going to use in order for me to demonstrate how to create calendar and share that calendar, and also the event, how to create it, and how to create the task. So let's begin on how to create a calendar. So sometimes it's not needed to create a brand new calendar, but what if that will be the part of the that will be one of the tasks in your exam? So you must be able to know it. Uh, to do that, you just simply go to the left side. Do not click the create button here because it will give you a different result. So to create a brand new calendar, at the bottom, you will be able to see this plus icon. So click that and you will see an option which is create new calendar. So I'll click create new calendar and then I'll name it as GEC training batch 1. Okay. And then I can type in a description if I need to change any of the information here, I can also do that. Now, there are instances if you are using the personal account, you might encounter an error. Okay? I think the reason behind is maybe Google is currently updating the application. That's why it is like that. Okay, but let's see if it's now working. So I'll click the create calendar button and let's just wait for some time for it to be created. So as you can see here, it is successfully created. So very good. Now that we have successfully created it, you will be able to see different options on what you can do on your calendar on the left side. Okay. Um, but before we do that, let us go back first to the home page of the calendar, just to make sure that the calendar appears already. So remember the calendar that I created is GEC Training Batch 1. So as you can see, it's already part of my calendars here. So there, GEC Training Batch 1. So it's very simple. Again, you just click this plus icon and then type in the details and then click the create button. If it encounters an error, just do it again. In my demonstration, there's no error. That's why it's already here. Now the question is, what if the task is asking you to share your calendar to a specific email address? How are you going to do that? The three dot button, it actually signifies more options. So that's where we are going to find the share feature or ability, or how, where we can specify the sharing behavior of our calendar. So we'll just simply click that and then settings and sharing will be selected. As you can see right now, I have a lot of options on the left side. Uh, and when I click that option, you will see the settings on the right side. Since the objective is for us to share it to someone, then we need to click the share with specific people. And then here, I will be able to type in the email address. So let's say the participants in this meeting, I can just simply click the add people and then type in the email address of the participants. So I think I was able to I need to get the email address earlier of Miss Moriel. So let me get that. And then I will copy the email. I will go to the calendar. I'll paste it here, or you can also type in the email address if you know, and then click the send button for her to have um, access to this calendar. Okay, so I am not going to press the send button anymore because I don't want Miss Moriel to be bombarded with a lot of emails coming from me and my calendar. But that's how we do it. Are we clear? Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
So I can also put I can just put my other personal email here, and then click the send button. so that you will see how it will appear. So as you observe on this side, I have the owner, which is Victoria Patacodo, and then here is the person that I added to the calendar, which is virapatacodo1@gmail.com. If you need to add another email addresses or other email addresses, just simply click the Add People button and type in the email address there. What if you are just asked to get the link of your calendar and share it with others? You can find it here, Get Shareable Link. So click, and then you will be able to copy the link. Let's read. With this link, only people you allow can access your calendar. So copy link, and I can send it to V Repatacodo or to whoever I added in this calendar. So that's where I can get the um, the link. If I would, if I don't want to just if I don't want to specify email addresses, if I just want to share the calendar to all my students, for example, so you can click this checkbox and then click OK, get the shareable link, and then send it to your students. That means all the people who has this link will be able to see all of your events, okay? Because that's the one that we made public. So shareable link, copy that, and then send it to someone or send it to a group of people. So that's how we share our calendar. We go to the settings. So let me remove that, and let me also remove this one. So there you go. So that's how we add people and how we get the link in our calendar. So that's the creation of calendar. The next thing that I would like to talk about is how to create an event. So to create an event, you can just simply click the create button here on the left side, and then this window will appear. Okay. So let's say my title of the event is GEC Training 1 Conference, like that. I can click the date. So let's say I'll select August 23, and then I can also specify the time. Let's say that's from 3 to 4 p.m. And then uh, if it doesn't repeat, so I can just leave it as is. Or if it is repeated every Monday, so I can just simply select the best option there. Next is to add Google Meet video conferencing if it requires Google Meet. So you can just click that. And then here you can also add description, and you can also add attachment. So let's say I would like to attach a file. So click attachment, and this pop-up will appear. Um, let's say this one is the file that I would like to share, and then it's already there. It's already attached. After that, you can click the save button. Of course, you also have to specify, let me edit that, the guests. So it's up to you who are your guests, who will be the people in your event. But if you don't know yet, it's fine. Simply give the um, hold on. Let's go back there. If you don't have if you don't know the email addresses yet, maybe they are just, or you are just meeting um, in your let's say chat room. So maybe you can also just simply copy the the uh, the Meet link, okay? Because you can also do that. If you add the Google Meet here, you can just simply copy that. And that's what I actually did for us to meet here this afternoon. So I got the Meet link here because I don't want to send the the Meet link to the guests. Okay, so there. So that's how we copy the link of the Google Meet. Let's just take a look at um, these three dot options. Maybe we can find other options here. So as you can see, we have duplicate, copy, a lot of things there, publish event, and change owner. Okay. So when you click publish event, this is to publish the event. So more people will be able to access it. Okay. So when you click that, This is the link to the event. So you copy and you can send it to your students if you want, or you can send it to other participants. Now, what I strongly suggest is, let's say you know the email addresses already, you edit that and you put that in the guests so that it will not give you a lot of hard time. You will not have a hard time, I mean, in going to the published events to copy the link. So just simply put it there. Okay, so that's how we create an event. The next one is how to create a task. So to create a task, we click the create button again. And then instead of selecting the event, you just simply click the task. So here, let's say the task is to attend to my classes. So for example, and then the date is August 23, and that is at 2 p.m., for example. And then once done, you will be able to see the save button here. So click that. And then if you would like to edit because it doesn't have a title, so you can just simply click that and then the edit task pencil icon here, click and simply add the title. So for example, title is meeting with my attend to my classes, to my 2 p.m. class. And then save. So as you can see, the task is included in your calendar. So what's the difference between the event and the task? So in creating an event, it's just basically creating a place for you to meet with people. Okay, so that is something that you can share with other people, and then the details there can be used by those people. Okay, like the Google Meet link, the attachments that you place there, so they can use it. On the other hand, the task, it's like your to-do list. Okay, and all of your tasks will appear here on the tasks app of Google Workspace. So when you click that, you will be able to see there the things that you are supposed to do. Remember earlier, I created a 10 to 2 p.m. classes or to class. It's in my tasks because I selected task earlier instead of event. Again, in short, the task is just basically to-do lists. So there, that's the basic difference between the two. Going back to our material, we are done with the event, we are done with the sharing, we are done with the task. And for this, if you are using Google for Education subscription, the premium account, you will be able to see their out of office and appointment slots. So they serve as, um, I mean, they are additional features for school accounts. So there, that's basically how we are going to use Google Calendar for level 1. And for you to practice your skills that you learned this afternoon, I would like you to create your new calendar called Parent Student Consultation. And then create an event titled Consultation Time. So this is the event and that is the calendar. Okay? So it's like you created a calendar and within that calendar, you create an event. Set it to repeat every week on Wednesdays from 1:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. So I demonstrated earlier how we can create an event. So I would like you to create an event there that starts at 1:30 and ends at 2 p.m. every Wednesday. So for me to see if you were able to create this correctly, I would like you to screenshot your output, send that to victorrepatajodo@gmail.com, and make use of the subject line calendar. Are we clear? Oh, someone would like to join.
Yes, sir. Very clear po.
Very good. Thank you. To the participant who just joined, this is again the the link that we are going to use for the second material. And you can also use this other material for the first part, the one that you might have missed earlier. Okay, what we are actually discussing right now is this second material, which is GEC part. Okay, now let's move on to the next. So this is about uh, this is about docs. Okay, so I'm sure some of you have used this already, and you have explored already the different advanced features of Google Docs, and that's very good. That will really help you in your examination. But for this particular exam, I think these are the basic skills that you really have to know so that you will be able to get the tasks. They are how to launch and how to share, because you already know how to type it, you already know some of its features since maybe you've been using other document software already. Okay. So another thing that you need also in Google Docs is you should know how to copy paste. You have to practice your skill of copy pasting, because in the examination you will be given files, and from those files you will copy the text and paste it to Google Docs. Sometimes it doesn't work if you're going to right click copy and right click paste, because you might be required to install something to your Google Docs. That's why my suggestion is to make use of the keyboard shortcut, which is Control C for copying and Control V for pasting. Okay. So how do we launch Google Docs? For Google Docs, we can make use of the Google Apps Launcher, which you will be able to find again in the upper right side of your screen. So you can see there the Google Apps Launcher. Next is you can also go to docs.new or docs.google.com. So those are the other places where you can go to for you to access Google Docs application. Next, how do we share? Let's say, for example, I am tasked to create a new document. So I can click there, a new tab, and then type in docs.google.com, or I can also have docs.do. Okay, docs.google.com, and I will see this interface. So you can just simply click the plus icon here, and then you will see the main interface of Google Docs. So this is somewhat familiar to you because this is somewhat or this appears similar to your other to your other document processing software, which are offline. Okay. So at the top, that is where you're going to put title. So let's say the title is task one. And then you will also find here there different different tabs. This is your menu bar. Okay, so you have a lot of tabs there, but it only has simple functions, and those functions I think are the most essential for someone who would like to create a document. You will not be overwhelmed actually of the appearance of Google Docs, because the tools that we can find here are those that are very important for teachers. If you don't want to go to those tabs, it's fine, because you will also find the majority of the functions in the in this bar. Okay, so these are your task bar. So let's say align left, center, align right, justify. You will find it there. Okay, you can also explore that later for the other formatting tools. There. So my objective is for me to teach you how to share the file. Okay, because that will really play a very uh, crucial role in the success of your exam. So to do that, simply click the share button here, and then this pop-up will appear. This is similar to the Google Drive pop-up that appeared earlier when we shared the folder. So you will see two portions. The first portion is share with people and groups, and the other portion is the get link area. So let's say I would like to share this to this email address. So you can type it there. And then you can also specify either viewer, commenter, or editor. So I would like him to become an editor, and then I don't have to notify him, for example, so I can uncheck that. If you need to, make sure that it is selected and type in there your message. So let's say, please help me edit this file. And then click the send button. After clicking that, an email will be sent to that person, and then he will have an editor access. So that's how we share to a specific person or user. Now the question is, how do we share this to a lot of people in which we don't know their email address? So if that's the case, you can go to the get link area and click the change to anyone with a link. So here you will be able to see either restricted option or anyone with a link. So I prefer anyone with a link because it will solve the problem. After that, on the right side, you can either select viewer, commenter, or editor. So let's say I just want them to become a viewer. So uh, keep that as is, copy the link, and then select the done button. And then you already copied the link, you send it, let's say, to an email so that email addresses will be able, or users will be able to know that that is the link of the file that they are going to view. Okay. So that's how we share. Again, we can find the option at the upper right side by clicking the share button. And here are the features that you need to put in details so that you will be able to share the file to them. Are we clear?
Yes,
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. We'll now proceed to the challenge. So as you can see, those are just the basic skills really that you need for Google Docs. Now, here's my challenge. You create a new document called Department File. And then you add a text, add your suggestions to this document. You share the file to a colleague with edit rights. So whoever you want to have an edit access to your file, you can just add it there. And then you have to watch this video to know 3 document modes and adding and how to add comments. Because the number 5 is to select the text suggestions. Remember earlier I asked to add your suggestions to this document to be put in the document. So you highlight the suggestions and then you add a comment and mention your colleague. So you have to put any comment and mention the colleague. So how do we mention someone? That is part of the challenge, which is to be known after you watch this short video. Once you are done with this, I would like you to screenshot your output and email that to victorrepatacodo@gmail.com with a subject line docs. Okay, so the time is 3:53. I think we'll be able to finish the topics today for 2 hours. Let's now proceed to the next part, which is the last one, which is slides. So slides, if in Google Docs you are able to create document, a professional like document, for slides, you can create presentations. So again, it lets you create presentations and work with others. That's the beauty of having an online application because it has the feature for collaboration. So that is the sharing ability of the file. These are the skills that we need to know on for us to be able to really pass the exam. They are how to launch, how to insert, and how to share a file. So in launching, like in other applications, you can use the Google Apps Launcher, or you can go to slides.new or slides.google.com. Always remember that for Google applications, you can always try putting the name .google.com to check if you will be able to access it. Okay, so for Google Slides, it is slides.google.com. The next is how to insert. So to insert any objects to the Google Slides, you have the Insert tab. So for me to demonstrate, I'll go and open the slides. So that is slides.google.com. And then I'll click the plus icon here to create a brand new presentation. So right now I have these placeholders. On the right side, you have themes, which you can close if you don't want that to be used. And then at the upper left side of the screen, you will see the box where you can type in the title. So let's say this is GEC Level 1 Demo. Okay, so that's for the title. And then let's say I don't want these placeholders. I can highlight them and then remove it. by pressing the backspace or delete key on my keyboard. So my objective is to insert something to the presentation. So where can you get those objects that you can insert? You can go to the insert tab at the upper right side, or sorry, upper left portion. And then here you will see image, text box, audio, video, and others. Let's say you are asked to type or to put text box. So you can just click text box and uh, highlight it there or put it there. And then type in anything that you need to. So let's say GEC level 1 training. There. That becomes your title. And then, that becomes your text. And then you can also change its appearance, like changing its font, adding or increasing its size. And then we can also put it into center there. So that's how simple we make use of the slide of the Google Slides application. So you can explore other tools, other formatting tools here in the toolbar. How do we add or insert a slide? On the left side, you can see this plus icon. You can click that, or you can also right click and then select new slide, and you can also press Control M on your keyboard. So I'll select new slide. You will notice that I have uh, placeholders automatically added to the placeholder. To the slide. That is because the slides is making use of the existing layouts. Okay, so there you can also change the layout by going to this drop down and selecting which particular layout you need to use. So let's say the instruction is to use the title slide. So you can just simply select this one for it to show the title slide. If you don't want that, you can also select other layouts like title and two columns. So there, it's now title and two columns. There you can just simply type in the information. There, that's for inserting objects in Google Slide. Let's insert another one, which is, let's say, I would like to insert text. I will remove this first, or I can just simply select the blank slide there, or blank layout. Now, how do we insert an image? So we can click the Insert tab and then insert this option, which is image, and you will be able to find different options. So if you're going to upload it from computer, you click Upload from computer. If you'll search the web, you select Search the web. Let's say I would like to upload something from computer. I'll click Upload from computer, and then let's say this one. I would like to put it on my slide. I'll click Open. And then, as you can see here right now, it's already inserted. Now, there are several options on how you can insert an image. As seen here, we have 6. I am not going to demonstrate all 6 anymore. I would like you to just watch my recording here. So when you click this, you will see the demonstration on how to insert through the 6 options. Okay, but earlier, I hope you were able to follow how to upload something on your slide, how to upload an image on your slide using Upload from computer. If you are interested to know what are the uses of the other options, please click here for demo of those methods. Now we are down to our last skill for this afternoon, which is how to share. So sharing Google Slides file is similar to sharing it in your sharing in Google Docs. So it has the same appearance, it has the same functions. So we just simply click the share button, and you will see here this pop up where you can specify specific email address and where you can get the link to be shared to other people. So let's say I would like uh, people to edit it. So I can select editor and then copy the link and then select the done button. And then I can just send the link to someone who needs to edit the particular slide. So that's how we share. Now, going back to our slide, we are in our challenge. So the challenge is for you to create a new slides presentation and title it Distance Learning. On the first slide, add the title Online Learning Tips. On the second slide, add 3 online learning tips. So um, you can make your own tips, or you can just copy it from somewhere else. Find and download an image of device for online learning that has a Creative Commons license. So I would like you to demonstrate here also that you are able to download something from Creative Commons license results page, and then insert it to the third slide. So basically what I am expecting is, on the first slide, you have the title, which is Online Learning Tips. On the second slide, you have the 3 online learning tips that you know, or that you copied. And then on the third slide, you have to put a picture which has a Creative Commons license. So once you are ready to submit your file, you send it to victorrepatacodo@gmail.com, and the subject line is slides. There. So that actually ends the demonstration and the training for this afternoon.